right, we're going to call this meeting to order at 5 p.m. We'll move on to public comment and communication. Or do we need to do a roll call? Sorry, roll call, Dinah. We'll do a roll call.
Board Member Reed Cluth.
Present. Sorry, I'm learning. Present.
Board Member Barrow.
Present.
Board Member Beauvais LaMonica.
Present.
Vice President Clerk Cole.
Present.
4 present, 1 absent.
All right, thank you, Dinah. Moving on to public communication or public comment and communications. We don't see any people here in the room. Dinah, do you have anyone on Zoom? So members of the audience may address the board on any topic regardless of whether it is listed on the agenda. However, the board may not discuss issues raised that are not listed on the agenda. Topics not on the agenda are brought to the board's attention, may be investigated by the administration and a report made to the board, either publicly or privately at a future meeting. Comments from visitors shall not exceed 3 minutes per individual speaker unless waived by a majority of all members of the board. Seeing that no one is here and no one is on Zoom, we will move along. Number 3, flag salute. Can you please rise for the flag salute? Thank you, everyone. Can we get an approval of the agenda?
So moved.
Thank you, Kathy. Can I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Carol. All in favor?
Aye.
Great. We'll move on to board action. Superintendent. Board action S-24-24/25, the annual organization meeting.
Yes, so the first item in this section is for an affirmation of review roles of board and members, governance standards, and conflicts of interest.
Do we have to take a vote on each one? I think we have to. Yep. Does anyone have any questions on what that means? No? Any comments? Okay, we'll move on. Can I get a second? Or first? Sorry. Can I get a...
Second.
Thank you, Maggie. Oh, I didn't get a motion. Sorry. Can I get a motion?
Maggie?
Maggie motions. Can I get a
second.
Thank you, Kathy. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, moving on to letter B, selection of officers.
Yes, so it is time to select the president and vice president clerk for 2025.
I move for Jen Cole as president and Kathy Barrow as vice president clerk. Is there a second?
Second.
Good. I was going to second.
You can second.
Good. I'll second.
You have to call the vote.
Okay, any questions or comments? And
learning.
do we have to take just all in favor?
Yeah.
Yeah, all in favor.
Aye.
All in favor, motion passes.
Yay, Madam President!
She made it. It was touch and go there.
4 years in coming.
It's like riding a bike.
4 years, 4 years from now. All right, letter C, moving on. Establishing the date and time of regular meetings.
Yes, so this is an item to vote on the established date and time for Wednesdays. Closed sessions start at 5, open sessions start at 6 p.m.
Great, second Wednesday of the month.
Yes.
Anyone have any questions? All right, can I get a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Maggie. Second?
Second.
Carol, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Great, motion passes. Letter D, to authorize the superintendent as the executive secretary to the board.
Yes, and so this is to take a vote to authorize me as your executive secretary.
Thank you, Susan. Anyone have any questions? All right, can I get a motion?
Move.
Thank you, Maggie. Second?
Second.
Thank you, Carol. All in favor?
Aye.
Great job. Letter E, adopt resolution number 8/24/25, the authorized signature resolution.
So no vote is required here. We're actually going to formally adopt that further down in the agenda, but this will be to certify the signatures of members of the board as well as cabinet. So we can move on to F.
Great. Moving on to F, re-adopt established policies, rules, and regulations from this date through the organizational meeting of 2025.
So moved.
Thank you, Maggie. Is there a
Second.
Thank you, Kathy. All in favor?
Aye.
Great. Letter G, select representative to the, now we're going to talk about reorganize some of our committees. Select the representative to the city school district compact. Do I need to-
I move since Jen has positional power as president, she takes this committee on.
any-
I second it.
Okay, great. Moving on.
I need a vote.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, great. I am now the representative to the City School District Compact meeting. Letter H, the select representative to the Wellness Council.
How do we want to do this?
Do you want to talk about Rachel?
Oh, I would like to, Rachel and I both serve on the Wellness Council, and since I can come and go anytime, I think Rachel would be a great person to stay on the Wellness Council. I think she's interested in that as well.
She is.
I move that Rachel be appointed to that.
Second.
Great. Thank you, Kathy, for the motion, and Maggie for the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Letter I, representative to the Los Angeles County School Trustees Association.
Fairly certain Rachel mentioned this one last week, too.
I'm fairly certain Rachel mentioned that one too.
I'll make a motion
Okay.
to put Rachel on that committee.
Oh, that's a great idea.
I'll second it.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Carol. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Letter J, representative to the Los Angeles County Committee on the School District Organization.
I think Maggie would be great on this.
I heard Carol really wanted this one.
I was going to volunteer, but if you want to volunteer.
I move for Carol to be on that committee.
see
Carol would
Maggie's
be a
name
great.
there, that's why I was
No,
saying.
we're just going right to. Someone motion. Maggie moves for Carol. I can't.
Okay, I'll second it.
Okay, thank you. All in favor of Carol? Any questions, Carol?
Not yet.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Moving on, so that person is Carol. Representative to the Equity and Inclusion Committee.
Well, we might as well keep going. I'll volunteer for that one.
Okay, great. Thank you, Carol.
I move for Carol to be representative.
Thank you, Maggie.
I'll second it.
Thank you, Kathy. All in favor?
Aye.
The representative to the Beach Cities Health District Youth Coalition. Kathy, I know you've served with us in the past, and
I would like to do it again.
great.
I move for Kathy to be our representative.
Thank you, Maggie.
I second it.
Thank you, Carol. All in favor?
Aye.
Great. The representative to the Tri-Agency Partnership with HBCSD, HBC, and Beach Cities Health District.
I move for Jen to take that position as our positional power leader.
Perfect. Thank you, Maggie.
I'll second that.
Thank you, Carol.
I don't know,
Oh.
Maggie, where are you on this?
All in favor? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Moving on. Maggie is on the committee that is not on here, that is the South Bay Coalition Against Hate. It's not a,
that's
it's not a, she's taking a role in that. And then just a reminder, even though it's not on the agenda, the ELA Adoption Committee is going to be something that's coming up, and we know, we think maybe Kathy would be a great
I
addition to
want to do
that.
that.
All right, moving on to S-24-25/25, the Board of Education Compensation. Dr. Wild.
Yes, so historically, the Board of Education has voted to not take monetary compensation by school board members. So this is an item to discuss whether that would, and to take a vote as to whether that would like to be a continued practice.
I mean, I was counting on it for my mortgage.
I was going to make a joke too about not being informed of that, but it's a joke. It's a joke.
Just out of curiosity, can you inform the public of what that amount is?
Yes, so California Education Code allows for school board members to receive a monthly stipend of about $240.
Thank you.
It
And
wouldn't cover my mortgage, so.
yeah,
Yeah, the intent of the stipend is to cover expenses that board members may incur, driving to different events, traveling to different committees, and such.
so thank you to the board members that are always up here redonating our funds or fees back to the budget. The students in Hermosa Beach.
So do we need a motion?
We do. We need a
So I
motion.
move that we, whether you.
Approve?
Continue the,
approve-
yeah.
Continue not taking the compensation.
I'll second that.
Great, thank you, Carol. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Moving on to business, B-64-24/25, to adopt the resolution 08-24/25, the authorized signature resolution. Dr. Wilds.
Yes, so every year when there is a formal reorganization of the board, the state of California requires us to reauthorize the signatures of the governing board members as well as cabinet.
Great, thank you. Anyone have any questions? Okay, can I get a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Kathy. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you, Carol. All in favor?
Aye.
And last but not least, board member roundtable. Anyone have any things that they want to discuss?
Carol?
Start with Carol.
Start with me. I just, the only thing I had on my mind was a really nice holiday party today put on by the staff and for all of the staff, but put on by Robin and
Dinah.
Dinah. And it was really well done. And Susan, of course, always thankful for you. And thank you for inviting us and letting us be part of it.
Pleasure.
Kathy?
Ditto. It was amazing. It was probably my favorite one as a board member. And especially the shut up when she won the TV. That was amazing. No, I loved the vibe. I loved, everybody was very, very happy. The food was amazing. The decorations were out of this world, like Whoville, in fact, you know, that kind of out of this world. But it was lovely. Thank you.
Maggie?
Yeah, kudos again to the Valley staff. Going to the flag ceremony today was super fun. It was just neat to see the kids in their element. So thanks for having me there. And tonight's party was great. Thank you for letting my child eat all the cupcakes. And Dinah, amazing job. And to the staff, amazing job on getting the teachers all the specialty, gratitude gifts. Really appreciate that.
Thank you. I ditto all of the gratitude comments. Dinah, you knocked it out of the park. Great job. I did want to
It was a team
remind us
effort.
all, it was a team effort, remind us all that when we come back from the break, we're going to start with getting, architects and briefing architects on potentially, what we passed in terms of Measure HV. So if you had gotten any feedback from the community, or if we're able to still, I think in the next part of the process will be community stakeholders, teachers, students, community giving feedback, but we should definitely keep funneling that towards Susan, because I know when we sat in lots of meetings with the community, they had opinions and thoughts, and we just want to make sure they're reflected in the potential next steps of the drawings. That'd be one thing to think about. And then we do have kind of our annual kind of looking over our board goals for 2025 coming up right away in January. So just if you can take the time to really look those over before we get together and give, again, any feedback to Susan, so we can kind of incorporate that into the meeting versus like coming to the meeting with the feedback. So let's give her as much as we can ahead of time. Definitely take that home.
Memorize it,
Yeah.
yes.
Especially the one where Susan put, there's a version that's not this. There is a version that has what Susan,
Yeah, the different.
yeah,
Yeah, the progress towards those.
yeah. I think that's the better one to look at. Yeah, and then just screen grab your thoughts or something and send those to Susan as soon as we can. And then the third thing would be, since we all went to that conference, the beginning of the month, if there's any notes that you had from that conference, if you can just kind of consolidate those or pictures, and if you want to get those to Susan so then she can then share them back with all of us. Oh, yeah, that'd be a good.
Speaking of which, nice signage already up in the public office, designating public-private space. Way to go.
So huge thank you to Jay and Eileen, and we met with leadership and we talked about the importance of clearly designated public versus private space and who is allowed to be in different places. So I think within probably 15 minutes, they had it up in the district office, and Jay and I are going to take a walk through all of the campuses and obviously all the outside gates, but really those front office spaces to make sure we designate that.
And since we're in roundtable, we can actually say welcome to Sarah Bradshaw in the back. She's our CSBA representative. She does a lot of great things for board members and school districts. So if you have any questions, catch her at the end. Nice to have you. Thanks for coming. All right, that's all I have on my agenda. Anybody else have anything else? Shortest board meeting ever. Can I get exactly, quick, under my presidency. Kathy, go ahead, say it. Yep.
What?
Under my presidency.
Under her presidency.
All right,
Under
can I get
Jen's,
a
we're going to have
motion?
15-minute meetings
A
from now on.
motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you, Kathy. Can I get a, thank you, Maggie. All in favor?
Hey.
Aye.